Spoons! They're good, aren't they? And you know what else is good? Doctor Who. Now, what if I told you that Doctor Who and spoons went hand in hand? Ooh. Well, buckle yourselves in for this dump of info. Before we get into all of this though, please do leave a like and subscribe and comment below as well. It really does help me out, it really does. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers ASAP, and it would mean the absolute world if you could drop a like. Thank you. So let's just start with the overall beginning. Okay, so the theme of this era of Doctor Who is all pantheons of gods and gods mainly. It's all about gods. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't think it ends now. I think this is going to be an ongoing thing for the next few series, if we get the next few series. And so far, we've seen 4 gods, and 3 of them have featured something to do with spoons. So let's just talk you through. Let's begin with Maestro. Maestro is the god of music from the Devil's Chord. And if you remember correctly, in the Devil's Chord, when the Doctor and Ruby are talking to the Beatles in the canteen, at one point the Doctor picks up a spoon, and inside of the spoon we see Maestro's reflection. I thought this was a really cool and clever way of seeing a god, because obviously gods, normally you don't see them, but they're there, and seeing it in the reflection of a spoon is quite cool. But after all of the others, it's getting quite weird. Then we have Sutekh from the Empire of Death, or Legend of Ruby Sunday, but it happened in the Empire of Death. The TARDIS was going to die, but a kind woman on a distant planet who hadn't been wiped out yet offered the Doctor a piece of metal to help bring the TARDIS back to life. That piece of metal just happened to be a spoon as well. A lot of spoons. And finally, Lux. In Lux, at the beginning of Lux, we have Reginald Pye is making himself a cup of tea, and he licks the spoon clean and puts it down on the table, and that spoon, the moonlight bounces off the spoon and brings Mr. Ring-a-Ding to life. That is how that happens. Yeah, so you can see where it's a bit weird. There's no other mentions of spoons in any other episodes that I can remember. But gods, spoons, gods. Is there a big spoon god coming? Like, what's going on? It's easy to... It feels too placed for it to not be something. But in saying that, the Toymaker didn't have any spoons attached to him at all. And the Toymaker didn't even have a Harbinger attached to him. So maybe the Toymaker's just the biggest bad of them all and doesn't need a spoon or a Harbinger. So obviously, me being a pro researcher, decided to Google Doctor Who spoons, and the video that came up was from Time and the Rani, where the Doctor gets spoons and plays them like drums on the Rani.
What'd you do that for?
It was your fault.
See what I mean? There's spoons there. And big theories, obviously, Mrs. Flood's the Rani, even though I personally don't think she's the Rani, because on April Fool's Day they posted saying she's the Rani. Don't think they'd do that if she was really the Rani. It could just be a little detour by Russell. I'll just hit you. A little, he likes to do red herrings. It might be a red herring where, you know, he knows we might come back to this clip of the Doctor playing the spoons on the Rani and go, oh, let's put spoons around where all the gods are. And yeah, that might troll people. So it could just be that. So be prepared. I've seen another theory that this is teasing this has got to be a joke, by the way. Apparently this is teasing a Peter Capaldi comeback, as he had the spoon to fight Robin Hood, you know, in Robot of Sherwood. Peter Capaldi's not coming back. He said his reasons for not coming back, and I think they're very good. He doesn't want to ruin the realness of the show, and he thinks if he comes back, he's just an actor in a TV show, whereas if he doesn't come back, he's Doctor Who, and I like that. So no Peter Capaldi, I don't think. I wouldn't get your hopes up for it. As much as I'd love it to happen, I wouldn't get your hopes up. And also, just a quick bonus thing to stick at the end of this video. They released the synopsis for the Reality War yesterday, and it says, right, this is just, I love the Trickster. If you're new here, I love the Trickster. He's my favourite villain in all of the Whoniverse. I've hit you again. My favourite villain in all of the Whoniverse, and I'd love for him to come back. And it says, Ruby is trapped. That is a phrase, or a direct quote from the synopsis of the Reality War. I'm not going to read it out because I feel like it gives a lot away. But it says, Ruby is trapped. Trickster's the god of traps. Ruby's trapped, da-da-da-da. And it does say worldwide premiere as well, so is just Toymaker doing that? I mean, Neil Patrick Harris would have been spotted. He's also quite expensive, so I wouldn't bank on that. But Ruby's trapped. God of traps. Trickster, maybe I'm just reaching because I love the Trickster so much. But if Trickster comes back, I honestly think I could cry. I might kick my lighting pole over, pour this water on my head. Just, I'd love it. I'm going to film my reaction because I just want something, a good reaction, a good cliffhanger, please, Russell. The cliffhangers this era haven't been too good. Anyway, this video has been very, very waffly, but overall, spoons in Doctor Who, what do you think? Do you think they're really important? Do you think it's a red herring from Russell? Do you think the Rani spoon situation is Do you think the Rani spoon situation is related in some way, or do you think it's a red herring? Do you think Russell's trolling us and he's laughing at us? Let me know what you think in the comments below, please. And while you're there, drop a like, subscribe with the notification bell on. We upload 5 times a week here, so you don't want to miss any of them. And if you want to shout out in the next video, you can leave a super thanks in the comments below. It's like £2. You get a shout out in the next video, or become a channel member if you want as well. Got no current plans for those at the minute, but you can do it just to support me either way. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you all very, very soon, and goodbye.